Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Transfer News Latest. Now, we have a lot of news to get into today, including Liverpool's interest in not one but two centre-backs, an Isak update, some other stuff, and a whole lot more. So let's get into it. Before I get started, I would like to remind you guys to please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. Also, comment down below on your thoughts on the current transfer news. Well, I think it's only fair to start with what I mentioned in the intro. Liverpool want not one, but two centre-backs. From what I've read, Liverpool are keen to sign Giovanni Leoni from Parma and Mark Guehi from Crystal Palace. According to Fabrizio Romano, Liverpool have already agreed personal terms with Mark Guehi and are now negotiating with Palace for £35 million move for their captain. And at the same time, Liverpool are working on a deal to sign Giovanni Leoni from Parma. Both players are reportedly keen on the move. So this does make me ask myself, where the hell are Liverpool getting all this money? Because, not to mention I think it's close to £300 million in signings they've already made, but now they could be paying £35 million for Guehi and probably something similar for Leoni. And let's not forget that Liverpool still want Alexander Isak. In fact, it has actually been reported that Isak has confirmed again that he does not want to play for Newcastle again and is prioritising a move to Liverpool if a second bid emerges. And Isak has also made it clear that he won't change his stance unless Liverpool inform him a move is impossible. So we will just have to wait and see what happens there. Meanwhile, Newcastle are actually continuing to make signings. I know, it's crazy. This time it is reported that the deal for Ramsey to Newcastle is close. According to Fabrizio Romano, the full agreement for the player is imminent and it should be worth £40 million. But it is not just Liverpool and Newcastle making moves. So is, the rest of the league, because we're halfway through August, so the transfer window's got like 2 weeks left. But anyway, we will continue with Bournemouth, who have confirmed the signing of Bafode Diakite from Lille for €40 million. In addition, Atalanta are advancing in a deal with Fulham for Rodrigo Muniz, who is keen on a move to the Serie A. I wonder if Atalanta would want Rasmus Højlund back. Actually, speaking of United, and AC Milan are advancing on a loan deal for Rasmus Højlund. That's still in the works, same as I reported it last time. We'll just have to wait and see what happens there. But United are also preparing for new talks for Carlos Baleba. United believe that Baleba is keen on the move, so agreeing personal terms won't be the issue. After all, he's currently on something like 12 grand a week, I think. So when United offer him 120 grand, he probably won't say no. And as I've already stated, actually, the challenge for United will be agreeing a deal with Brighton, which I have already said will be difficult, but they are willing to try. I don't know why they're willing to try get another midfielder, but Jim Ratcliffe's moved weirdly, so. In addition, actually, United are still negotiating with Chelsea for Alejandro Garnacho. And actually, don't forget that Chelsea are also negotiating for Xavi Simons, and both Simons and Garnacho want to move to Chelsea. So, who knows what will happen on there. However, on the other side of Manchester, Manchester City have made contact with PSG for Donnarumma. Currently, PSG want around €50 million, which is deemed too high. Not to mention the deal would only be possible if Ederson leaves. And, coincidentally, Galatasaray have made an approach for Ederson. Talks are ongoing, says basically all the major outlets, so we will just have to wait and see what happens there. And keeping with the Premier League theme, we move to Tottenham, who would like both Eze and Savinho to replace Son and the injured James Maddison. There has been no update on Savinho since I last uploaded, But it has been reported that Eze is keen on a move to Tottenham so he can play in the Champions League. According to Fabrizio Romano, the deal now relies on Tottenham and Crystal Palace coming to an agreement. What I do think is quite ironic is Eze was reported to be heading to Arsenal. Well, it seems to look like Eze now wants to move to the team that actually won a trophy in the last 5 years, and happens to be their North London rivals. That must be fun for Arsenal fans. And I have 2 more stories for you tonight. The first one is Axel Witsel has completed a move to Girona on a free contract. And finally, AC Milan have agreed a deal with Young Boys to sign Zachary Athakami. The deal is worth €10 million with a 10% sell-on clause, and the right-back will soon travel to Milan for his medical and contract signing. That was very brief. I was tempted to make a young boy joke in that last thing, but that might get taken out of context. So anyway, thank you all so very much for watching. That is all the stuff I have for you today. I've kept it brief, I'll be honest. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to get your comments in on your thoughts on the current transfer news. Thank you, and goodbye.